Welcome back, Truth Seeker. One of the top headlines this morning is the Syracuse head basketball coach has reportedly killed a man on the interstate after hitting him with his car late the evening of February 20th, after Syracuse beat Louisville by the numbers, as we called, on Patreon. If you're not signed up for my Patreon page and you're a sports fan, you're missing out on the most important information in the world. We show you who's going to win before the games are even played. Because again, it's all scripted. College and pro. And as I've been saying for 5 years, the games are scripted, and so are the events that happen to these players and coaches and owners off the field. Such as this news right here. So notice the story. They mention the ages of the people killed. They say the Syracuse coach hit a 51-year-old man on the side of the highway on February 20th, which is the 51st day of the year. So they're sure to mention the age because it's all about the numbers. The people who control this world, they are Kabbalists, and numbers are everything in Kabbalah. Numbers are the language of God. So 51-year-old man, February 20th, the 51st day of the year. And what's Syracuse equal in Gematria? Of course, it sums to 51. This is the Syracuse basketball coach. Now notice they're sure to mention his age, 74. And what have I been teaching from day one? The number to know above all numbers is 74. So of course they're going to mention that he's 74 years old right now. We'll get to that number. And then they say this happened at 11:22 p.m. What's 11 plus 22? Is it 33? And what have I taught since day one, since the very first video I uploaded several years ago? 33 and 74. It's the Masonic ritual. They got to bring it together. So again, we have a 51-year-old dead man on the 51st day hit by the Syracuse coach, 51. Now with regards to 11:22, again, 11 plus 22 is 33. This happened in New York. New York's 33. The coach's name, Boeheim's 33. And you know what else is 33? The name James. His first name is James. He goes by Jim, but his first name's James. There's one more 33 there I could have put up. He coaches the Syracuse Orange. Orange is 33. And the police call was made at 11:22. Again, police is run by masonry, just like your media, just like your government, just like your sports leagues. Police, masonry, secrecy, order, it's all 33. I haven't seen a story like this since before last year's Super Bowl, where there was the dead Indianapolis Colt hit on the side of the freeway in the middle of the night, and the story was much of the same numbers. Okay, so that's the 51 part and the 33 part, now the 74 part. Just using the alphabetic order. Killing 74, so is Masonic, so is Jewish, so is occult. If you write out the word English, it's 74. If you write out the word Gematria, Gematria equals 74. Remember, there's the song Gematria, the killing name. There's also the song Murder by Numbers by the Police. Emphasis on by the Police, the band. Where killing people is as simple as A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. The police are always connected to these murder rituals. And again, one of two things has happened here. Either a man was ritualistically murdered and his death, his sacrificial death, was blamed on this bogus car accident on the side of the freeway, which the police helped cover up, or the entire story is made up for ritual, and again, the police helped corroborate the story. I suspect it's probably the first thing. People, I do believe, are getting ritualistically murdered for these 6 psychopaths that rule our world and distract the manpower with their rigged sports games every night. Jim Boeheim, his birthday is November 17th. Remember what's special about that day? That's the day the Yellow Vest protest started by the numbers. 11 times 17's 187. Homicide code. The number 1117 is the 187th prime number. Ancient accepted Scottish rite of Freemasonry equals 187. It's also the day leaving 44 days left in the year. And he's born in 44. The word kill equals 44. So he's got a homicidal birthday. Might be part of the reason he was chosen to be for this ritual. But obviously this has everything to do with Syracuse. From his birthday to the day this happened was his 96th day of his age. The word Freemason with the alphabetic order is 96, so is Satanism. Notice it's 3 months and 4 days. The word murder is 34. If you don't count the span, it's 95 days after his birthday and 3 months and 3 days, kind of like another 33. Now, last night, Syracuse beat Louisville, as we said they would. Yesterday had 61 date numerology. 61's the 18th prime number. The game was on ESPN, the 18 network. And notice, Louisville left the game with 18 wins. Syracuse left the game with 18 wins. This is how the world of sports is scripted, day after day. Learn the code, see through the riddles, see through the rigging. It's undeniable. Been doing it for too many years straight for anybody to even try to deny it. No one in the history of the world has called more games and more sports championships as accurately as I have in a short period of time. And as I say that, no one's done it in their entire lifetime. What I've just done in the last 4 or 5 years. And those are facts. And that's not arrogance, that's facts. Look at the score of the game as well, 49-69. Again, they script these games to the point. They use technology to ensure outcomes. 118 points, that's our death number. Not an accident. Louisville, the opponent, who they beat before the sacrifice. Look at the Gematria sacrifice in Louisville. Perfect overlap in our reduction ciphers. If I can get you guys to sign up for the Patreon, what you'll find out is you're helping yourself and you're helping out this movement. I need enough revenue to come in so that I can take this to the next level. Hire people, start a sports network. What we need today is Gematria Effect News on the ground at Syracuse, New York. You know, on the campus, educating the students. We need Gematria Effect News at Duke right now and North Carolina. You know, educating about the Zion Williamson script. You know, how many millions of dollars were just stolen last night by the NCAA and the people who run the show in the Zion Williamson game? Of course, it's all the idiots' faults who paid all that money for the tickets, not realizing what sports are in 2019, which should seemingly be impossible. But you guys sign up for the Patreon. You'll learn a lot. You'll benefit. You can make, my followers last night made all their money back to pay for my Patreon page for the next 100 years, you know. And then you can do that every night on my Patreon page. But the point is, you dedicate to this cause, you're going to earn back, and you're going to contribute to a movement that needs to happen. I've already said what my goals are. My goals aren't to get rich. My goals are to build up enough revenue, to hire people, to take this movement to the next level, because that's what needs to happen. You know, this Jussie Smollett thing's a hoax. If it's in the news, you know, it's propaganda, it's programming. See the work I've done on Jussie Smollett in case you're new here. Whole thing's a joke, meant to shame black men in Black History Month. What else is new? Till next time, Truth Seeker.